Venluna sent us over these wireless cameras to try out, and we're excited because today's our first travel day since we got them. So we got the truck all loaded up, and with all our kayaks and bikes and everything like that, you cannot see out the back window. So we're excited. You can attach these to the back of the truck to see the hitch while we're driving and while we're trying to back up to hook up. So we're gonna set this one up right here. They just go on with these super strong magnets, and I've got it aimed right at the hitch ball there. And then our second camera, we're going to put on the back of the camper. So I've got this magnetic plate, or the steel plate up here that the magnet will stick to. Stick that there, and we are ready to hitch up. All right, so the first thing we'll do is hit the power button on the power supply, and the camera system turns on. And there's our hitch ball. There's the back of the camper. And split view. But we're gonna go back to the hitch ball, and let's go ahead and get hitched up. See how that looks. Yep, I'm pretty happy with that. Alright, driving down the road, you can see we've got a view of the hitch, which you can switch on whenever you need to, just to look and just double check nothing's going on there. But you can also switch to the back of the camper and be able to see people following you, see what's going on, and it'll be useful when we get to the campground the back end. And then you also can switch to split channel, and you can watch both at one time.
Here's some footage of just using this on the road. This is on the back of the camper, seeing the cars behind us in the lanes and how much space we have, people merging behind us. And here is using the back camera to back into our camper space. Mainly just using that. Definitely still checking the side mirrors, just making sure that there's nothing that we're not seeing. And as you can see, we were able to do this in one shot, whereas without the cameras, it took us a couple of shots to get this right. The camera definitely adds a lot of visibility and reduces frustration getting into these. Some of these, campsites are really narrow or hard to get into. And we were able to do it perfect the first time. And now we are back from our trip, and we need to back into our space. It is pouring rain, so the camera again is really helpful and useful to get into this space without having to get out a bunch of times in the rain. We're letting the camera just do all the heavy work for us to back into this space. Again, doing this in one shot. So the magnetic cameras held up really well in wind, rain, all the elements. And we were really impressed with the battery life. We had this running for well over 8 hours total during our trip, and we didn't run out of battery, didn't recharge anything. So that was really impressive to us that the battery life is so long. So all in all, I think we went about over 300 miles, but we had a flat tire in the middle of that, so we had extra time that the battery was running. And on camera 1, you can see that the battery is still at full charge. So we're guessing that's the solar panel feature is helping to keep those batteries charged without having to charge them separately by taking the cameras off of the vehicles, which is really helpful. And if you're not using both cameras at the same time, the camera you're not using will go into standby mode to conserve the battery. So that was a really cool feature that we realized when we were doing the drive, and we were able to record the whole time on a little SD card. We didn't need the recording for anything, but it was nice to have in case, someone did rear end us or something like that. We could have that recording to document. We found the interface really easy to use, switching between the channels and using all the little buttons, and definitely the best upgrade we've made for our camper.